Hey y'all, it's Farmer MeeMaw. Are you ready to live your best life today without delay? That's what I want for you too. And I'm going to show you what I've used to help me kind of figure out exactly what my best life looks like so that I know what to work on, right? I mean, you've got to know what's working and what's not working before we can really know what we need to work on. So, there's this thing called Level 10 Life. I don't know who created it. It was not me. You can find it on Pinterest. And basically, he broke down life into 10 sections. And you rank yourself in those 10 areas and see, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, where you score. And then what I did, and I don't know if other people do this too, or if I did this on my own because I don't remember, y'all, but I wrote down goals. And for example, if I score a 2 in one area, I'm probably going to have more goals than in an area where I'm scoring an 8 or a 9, okay? Because if you can score 8 or 9 out of 10, you really just need to do a little bit of tweaking in that area. And if you're scoring a 2, you probably have to work on some big stuff, right? Makes sense. So, I think I had it here a second ago, and I don't know if it's still here. I'm going to tell you the 10 areas that they assess. Now, when I did mine are actually, I broke mine down into 13 areas because some of us just have different areas that other people don't have. But here is the list that I'm looking on Pinterest to read it to you. Family and friends is one list. Personal development, spirituality, finances, career and business, romance, fun and recreation, giving and contribution, home, and then health and fitness. Those are the 10 areas. Now, I'll tell you my areas, okay, because mine are different, and I should have worn my glasses, y'all. Okay, mine are marriage and romance, homestead career. Y'all, I thought somebody was knocking at my door. I was about to get on to one of my kids. That is a woodpecker. Do you hear it? Oh my goodness. I was about to get mad at my kid. Okay. Homestead and career in parentheses because that's what I see as my career, you know, is my homestead. Physical environment, and that's the house, the car, the yard. Family and friends. Finances. Spirituality. Health and wellness. Giving and contribution. Parenting. Creativity and project completion. Notice project completion is on there because that's something I need to work on. And then personal development, organization, and YouTube, because even though I count that separate from the homesteading career thing. And then what I did was, and I'll turn it around, and this is actually from 2000, whoa, y'all, sorry. This is from 2017. I'm about to have to bang, if I bang on my wall, see right here, that's how I scored myself. And it was just the way I drew it on lines, like on a notebook paper, like on a ledger, and each line was 1%, okay? And I need to go back and fill that in because I'm looking in the wrong spot. I'm sorry if I keep doing that. I think I've been doing that a lot. My bad. Oh my word, y'all. Working with a different camera, it just, anyway. And so after I did that, I went through each section and I imagined hang on y'all. I imagined what a level 10 life in that area would look like. Y'all, excuse me. It's still beating. So I'm sorry, y'all. That is a woodpecker. Okay, so for example, in marriage and romance, what would I need to do? What would need to change, or what would I need to work on, or just what would it look like to have just a level 10 life in the area of marriage and romance? And what I wrote down was to go on monthly dates, to spend more time together at home, to go to bed at a normal hour, and better communication both ways. And those were the things that we needed to work on. And honestly, y'all, now I would, I gave us a 2 out of 10, but everything I gave like 4. I had 2 things with 4. Everything else was like 1, 2, 3. And that is just because at that point when I was starting, it was just like, something's got to give, something's got to get better. And I was probably going through a lot of just depression and just not being focused and living the life that I wanted to live at that point. So anyway, so I went through and I said, okay, what would it look like if I were living a level 10 life in this area? And then the next one is Homestead Goals, and my Homestead score was also a 2. What would my homestead, if I'm living a level 10 homestead life, what does it look like? What do I need to work on? What do I need to change? What do I need to do? You know, and for example, building new coops and runs and tractors, getting more chickens, expanding my Back to Eden garden, building a greenhouse. I have a greenhouse now. Using permaculture design. I've taken a permaculture course now. Learned to cull chickens. I have watched Joel Salatin himself cull chickens, and I still can't do it, y'all. But I have culled quail. I can cull a quail. I can skin a quail. Yes. So I'm getting there. I have improved since I did this. But now I can read it or go through it and rescore myself and reassess. And I don't have to start from scratch because it's all right here. And so then you have financial goals, your family goals, parenting goals. Maybe if you're a homeschooler, you have homeschooling goals. I have homeschooling goals now that I didn't have before. Oh, my nose itches. I've got parenting goals that I didn't have before. Now my parenting goals include getting somebody a driver's license and getting somebody, you know, with a job and getting their way, you know, if they don't want to go to college, moving out of the house, living on their own. You know, we've got to work on that launching sequence now. And so you look at your level 10 goals, and that's how, or your level 10 life that you want, and that's where you start developing goals or tasks and tactics of how you're going to get there. And so I wanted to talk to you about this today because, you know, we are so close to the end of 2020 and things are kind of up in the air and they're crazy, and there are a lot of things that we do not have control over, but there are still things in this world that we do have control over, and we can still, no matter what's going on in the world around us, we can do what is possible for us to do to make our life our best life. And, you know, for example, and let's talk about health goals, health and wellness. Mine was to lose 50 pounds, y'all. I lost 45 and I gained 35. To walk 10,000 steps a day. I'm still working on that, y'all. Convert to a ketogenic diet. That was before I'd ever even started. So at the end of 2016, I was already talking about the keto diet, and it took until April 10th of 2017 before I ever actually took that leap. And I'm so glad that I did when I did. I just wish I would have done it sooner. And then one of my other goals, you guys, be pain-free. That was an actual goal written way back in the day under the ketogenic diet. And I don't know if at that time, I don't know if I even knew that being pain-free was possible. I don't know if I even knew that keto was going to fix my pain issues the way it did. But that's pretty cool. So I can mark that off. My health goals, let's see here. Orange. Where are my health? Oh, okay. It was a 2 also. The only thing I gave myself a 1 on was my physical environment, because my house was a hot mess. It still is. Giving in contribution, I just, you know, I struggle with that idea of having anything of value to give. And so I want to get to the point where I feel like I have something of value to offer, whether it's my time or whatever it is. And then organization, obviously, also got a 1. So, I mean, those are all understandable things, but you can have whatever those level 10 areas of your life are. And you know, if you're single, you may not need one for romance right now, or maybe yours is like meeting the right partner, getting yourself out there to just go on dates or to meet the right kind of people that you want in your life. And so, you know, once you identify, that's what I want you to do today. Get out a notebook, y'all. Get out your notebook and create a level 10 life chart, and then identify those areas that you want to work on. And you can look up on Pinterest, and you can see different charts. Some of them are circular charts that kind of go out yonder way, you know. And you can make a chart that you find, and you can color code it, do whatever you want to do, and get an idea of what your level 10 life would look like in each area, and then what would need to change in each of those areas. Now, let me also say, ooh, I just hit myself in the nose. Let me also say, y'all, I was doing this a little bit too close to my face. Don't put it off on other people. Like on those things, what has to change in these areas, don't say, my husband has to stop being a jerk, because that's not gonna happen. You ain't got no control over that. Write down the things that you can do, that you can have control over. Maybe it's giving your husband a compliment every day, or choosing not to argue over stuff every day. You know, like if they want to start a fight, then you just go, okay, and walk away and bite your tongue if you have to bite your tongue, and then just pray, y'all. Prayer does amazing things. Let me just tell you that. So anyway, that's what I want you to do. Write down those 10 or however many areas you have of your life. Give yourself a score for each of those areas, and then write down things that would need to happen, or what that level 10 life would look like, and what things you need to add in order to bring yourself up from a level 2 to a level 10, or a level 5 to a level 10. What are some things that you need to work on in those areas? So that's all I'm going to say about it for now, but in future videos, we'll talk more about identifying those things and putting them into action. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all. Mwah.